Hello everyone, this is a voiceover FF. Kindly mute the voice if you don't want to listen. Thank you. Skip nighttime. You were standing in the balcony of the room admiring the beauty of kingdom at night. Moon was shining brightly when you suddenly realized someone entered the room. You looked behind only to see Jimin. You smiled at him, but he just gave you cold stare like always. He isn't expressive like Jungkook and Taeyang, and you know that. But you also know that deep inside, he has a lot care for you. You, how was your day? You asked cheerfully like always. Jimin, good. And he replied coldly like always. He changed his clothes and laid on the bed. You felt hurt as he didn't ask you about your day, but you knew how this is how he is. You also went to your side to sleep. After few more days, it's been few days and Jimin is quite busy from past few days. You don't know why, but he is increasing security, especially around your room. It's already night and you are waiting for him to come as you wanted to ask why he had increased security when you suddenly felt some sounds coming from balcony. You got scared at first but then decided to see who it is. You went towards balcony and saw someone trying to climb the castle walls. You gasped. You weren't able to see the face as it is dark, but before you can go to call the guards, that person came and quickly covered your mouth. You struggled but failed. Then that person spoke. Don't shout, it's me, Edward. You listen to voice and get calm. Then he slowly left your mouth and you turned around to see him. You, Edward, what are you doing here and why did you came here? And how is Unni? Is she fine? Is she safe? Where were you all this time? You asked worriedly and asked non-stop questions. Edward, hey, calm down. I and Noli are safe. After we ran, I took Noli to forest with me so King's men weren't able to find us. But now we are in huge problem. That's why I came to you. You problem? What's problem? Confused. Edward, why? And I know you must be suspicious about us that we didn't contacted you all this time, but it's just we don't want to cause you problem. But now we are in huge problem. Actually, we are out of money, but Noli doesn't want to disturb you. But now conditions has worsened. We tried for job, but you know that everyone thinks us as bad people. So if you don't mind, can you please lend us some money? Edward spoke while pleading. You weren't able to see his miserable condition. You, Edward, I can do anything for Unni. Don't worry, I will help you with everything I can. Then you went inside and came with a bag full of gold coins. You, here, take them and come to me if you want more. Edward quickly took money, more like snatched money from your hands and spoke. Edward, thank you. Edward tried to hug you, but you backed away, maintaining distance. Edward, what happened? Confused. You, Edward, I am married now. I hope you will understand and maintain a distance. Edward, oh, he spoke with sad smile and small tears in his eyes. Then suddenly you heard Jimin's voice. Edward, I am going before he see me. You nodded. Jimin POV. I came into my room, but today Ryan didn't welcome me like other days, so I frowned. I looked around the room, but she wasn't present. Jimin, where are you? I called her, but she didn't reply. But then I heard some sounds from balcony. I quickly went there. I came in the balcony only to see Ryan looking at me panicked. Oh, you came. Nervous smile, Jimin. Yeah, but why are you here? Nothing, just admiring the moon. Jimin, but today there is no moon, right? Night. Yeah, you leave this and let's go inside. You spoke and quickly went inside. Jimin POV. What happened to her? Why she is acting? Time skip. Next day, Jimin was in his throne room talking to Jungkook about military affairs when suddenly Taeyong barged inside. They both looked at him weirdly and spoke. Jimin, yeah, why are you running? Taeyong, do you even know who entered in your room yesterday? Jimin, confused. What? The young guards just told me that someone entered your room yesterday and met Why? She also gave him money. Jungkook, is she planning something against you? Then Jimin connected dots. Why you were panicked yesterday, but suddenly a smile appeared on his face. Jimin, that person must be Edward. Taehyung, how can you be sure? Jimin, because yesterday Ryan was panicked. She knows that if I came to know about Edward and Noli, then it will not be good. So she was pretending like nothing happened. Jungkook, are you sure? Are you sure she is not planning something against you? As after all, she is Noli's sister. Jimin smirked. She can never plan something against me. Taehyung, why? Jimin, because she loves me. I know she had already fallen for me. Jungkook, and what about you? As soon as Jungkook asked, Jimin's smile faded away. He didn't know the answer to this question. He felt panicked and stressed when he didn't found you yesterday, and a relief when he saw you safe and sound. But he wasn't sure what it was, so he decided to change the topic. Jimin, stop this and focus on Nole and Edward. As Edward took money, I am sure he will come again. After saying this, he left. Jungkook and Taehyung looked at his disappearing figure. Jungkook, do you think he is in love? Taehyung, I'm sure he is. They both smiled at each other. Another few days passed. You notice nowadays security is increased more. You still don't know the reason, but you know there is something. You wanted to meet your sister badly, but you know that if Jimin came to know, he will not leave your sister. That's the only reason why you hide about Edward from him. It's already night time, and like every day you are standing in balcony admiring the moon when you heard some voices. You looked at other side and found Edward. Your eyes widened. You, Edward, what are you doing here? Edward, oh, why, and can you please help us with money again? You frowned. But I gave you 10,000 gold coins just 3 days ago. Edward, I know why, but we are in big problems, so please. He spoke in pleading voice. You pitied at him and nodded, but before you can go inside to bring money, a voice echoed. It's not right to live upon others' money, Edward Smith. You both looked in the direction, Sir Jimin. Jimin, you stuttered. Jimin, deep sigh. Edward, I knew you will come and I was waiting. Edward, what do you mean? Jimin smiled. Guards, he shouted, and soon guards came inside, capturing Edward. Your eyes widened in realization, and you quickly went to Jimin. Jimin, please leave him. He and Unne are in big problem. That's why he came. You hold Jimin by his collar and spoke with teary eyes. Jimin looked at you and his eyes softened for you. For the first time, his eyes got softened for someone except for his brother Jungkook and Taehyung. But soon he changed his eyes again. He held you by your shoulder and spoke. Jimin, you don't know their truth. So let me do my work. Don't interfere. You nodded your head, signaling no, but he didn't listen. He signaled his guard to capture Edward, but before they came in front of them. You, don't any of you come forward. Edward smirked, seeing you taking his side, but guards didn't stop. Jimin knew you are stubborn and this might harm you. Jimin, stop. Don't any of you dare to harm Queen. Jimin spoke in his dangerous voice, and this sent chills in the spine of guards. They stopped at their places. Your eyes turned to Jimin. Jimin, why and please no, he said, pleading you with the softest voice he can use. But tears kept flowing your eyes, and you keep nodding your head and no. Why and no, please don't harm Jimin. Why and but before he can speak, Edward took advantage of the situation and jumped down the balcony. All went to the edge of the balcony, and Jimin noticed Edward smirking. His eyes turned red in anger, and he balled his fist and harshly slammed his fist on the balcony. Jimin, leave. He spoke while looking at guards, but guards stand still. Jimin, leave. He shouted loudly, and all guards ran. Once all guards left, he harshly grabbed your wrist. Anger was visible in his eyes. Jimin, why did you did that? Shouted Jimin. Please, Jimin, don't you dare to speak. Do you even know you just helped a culprit in running? He tightened his grip, causing you to wince in pain. He harshly started dragging you out of room. Everyone present looked at you, but soon kept their eyes down Once Jimin glared at them. He dragged you in a room which was dimly lighted. You saw someone laying on the bed. Jimin, look at him. He is coma for last 3 months because of your sister and Edward. You, what? No words come out from your mouth, Jimin. He is my brother, Prince Ehan. He was such a pure, kind soul, but your sister broke him and make him like this. You, but Unni, why will she do that? Jimin, for money. You, no, I don't believe Unni isn't. Your words caused his anger at peak. Jimin, even if you don't want to admit truth, will not change. He jerked you harshly and went from there. You sat on the ground and started crying while mumbling. You, no, Unni didn't. She isn't like that. Crying. Another few days passed. In these few days, Jimin didn't talk to you a bit. You tried talking to him, but he always ignored you like you don't exist. You felt hurt when the person you love ignored you, but you can't do anything. You are waiting for Jimin when suddenly door opened and he came in. You get up from bed. You, how was your day? You tried to initiate conversation, but he ignored you. But before you can speak something else, suddenly door opened again and Taeyong entered hurriedly. Taeyong, Jimin, we found Edward and Noli. They are in. He spoke in hurry and panic, but Jimin glared at him. Then he realized you are also present, and he remembered that Jimin had strictly prohibited anyone talking about Noli and Edward in front of you. Jimin deeply sighed. Okay, tell guards I am coming. Taeyong left. Jimin looked at you and giving you a look, don't do anything this time expression, and then he also left the room. You, no, I can't let him get caught Unni and Edward. I have to do something. You quickly went outside and exit the castle without anyone knowing. You start going to place Taeyong mentioned. You had covered yourself with a cloth so no one can recognize you. Soon you reached to the place you were going to enter when you heard some footsteps. You turned around to saw Jimin. You quickly went in the backyard of the house to hide yourself. As soon as you came in the backside, you saw Nole and Edward sitting. You were going in their direction but stopped abruptly when you heard them talking. Edward, your sister is such a idiot, Nole. She believes everything we say. Nole laughed. I know that girl is such a stupid. She thinks that whatever I said till now is all truth without even knowing the actual truth. Edward, but I had to admit you are such a good actress. The way you cried in Duncan, I actually thought that you are guilty. Nole, I know. My little sister still thinks that Prince Ehan is the one who forced me, without knowing that I only wanted him from money in the first place. Laughing. Edward, your sister is an idiot. Nole, but you are also not any less. The way you acted like you love my sister, I actually thought that you love her. Edward, what are you even saying? Why would I love her? I got close to her so that I can come close to you. Nole, but whatever was your plan was amazing. Edward, I know, but be quiet. What if someone hears? Nole, oh come on, who will hear us? Edward, sure. Your eyes teared after hearing that. You, what? So all this time they lied to me and make me fool. Jimin was telling truth, but me stupid believe my sister. You started crying while without making any noise, but suddenly you heard a loud voice echoed the area. You looked at the person from your hiding place and saw Jimin. Jimin, finally caught you both. This time you can't escape. You saw Jimin and only thing came in your mind was rushing to him and hug him as he is your safe zone. You're only one. Without caring about anything, you came out from your hide. You, Jimin, low voice. Jimin looked up at you and everyone became shocked seeing you. Jimin, why? And without caring about anything, you ran and hugged him quickly, as tight as you can, and started crying on his chest like there is no tomorrow. He's confused at first, but then wrapped his hands around you, engulfing you and patting your back. Jimin, what happened, Queen? Why are you crying? Please be quiet, please. But you are not ready to be quiet. You kept on crying. Jimin, please don't cry. I can't see you like this, please. As he spoke, some nerves inside you became calm and you started sobbing slowly. He broke the hug and spoke. Jimin, what happened? Why are you crying? You. I am sorry, you were right. They are bad. I am sorry for not believing you. Please forgive me, you pleaded. Jimin wiped your tears. No, don't cry. I know you believed them, but they broke your trust just like they did to my brother. Edward and Nole noticed that no one is paying attention to them and ran away. Jimin noticed. Jimin, guards, catch them. Guards followed them, but they were already gone. Guards followed them. After some time, you had already stopped crying. Only sob sounds are coming. Jimin, let's go back. You nodded weakly, and then you both went back to the castle. It's been 1 year since everything happened. You didn't saw Nole and Edward from then. You also start forgetting about them, though it was hard, but Jungkook, Taeyang and Sehun helped you a lot. Even Sehun woke up and now completely fine. It was difficult for him too, but not impossible. Today is your first anniversary with Jimin, and you had planned to go to shopping as you wanted to cook for him, and Sehun is going to accompany you. You both sneaked out of the palace because it's a surprise for Jimin. Sehun is your crime partner. He is just as naughty as you, and Jimin is so done with you both. You. Today I will cook something special for him. Sehun. He is such a lucky guy. When I will get a girl, I also want a girl like you, Nuna. You. Oh really? And why? You asked in amusement. Sehun. Because you are perfect, Nuna. Look at him, all golden eyes, while you are so sweet and cute. And also you understand him so much without even him speaking. You smile. Yes, that's true. Still cold as ice, expressionless person. But what to do when you are in love? You. Let's go to that bakery. Sehun nodded. Then you both saw a crowd in the middle of the road. You both decided to saw who is there. As soon as you reached near the crowd, you saw something unexpected. You saw Edward and Nole in the middle of the crowd, standing as newly wedded couple. Your eyes teared seeing them, and you quickly ran from there. Sehun also saw them, but ignored as he hates them. You returned to castle and ran inside your room and closed the doors and started crying. Sehun, Nuna, open the door, please. Bang the door. He banged the door few times, but no response. He quickly went to call Jimin. Sehun, Hyung, panicked voice. Jimin, what happened? Sehun, Nuna, why? Nuna. Jimin, what happened? What happened to her? Is she okay? Sehun, Hyung, she is crying. Jimin got worried and quickly ran to room. He banged door few times, calling your name, but you didn't open. He can clearly hear crying voice of yours. He decided to break the door, and after few attempts, door opened because of breaking. Jimin quickly went inside. What happened? Why are you crying? As soon as you heard his voice, you quickly hugged him. He also embraced you. You. I saw them, Jimin. Jimin, whom? You, Unni and Edward. Jimin, there is no need to cry for them. You, but I loved him and trusted Unni. But they betrayed me, and now... Jimin, shh, don't cry. It's okay. You, why they did that? I trusted them so much. Then why? Everyone deceived me by crying. You know that Nole Unni always loved me so much, but today I found that it was all her plan. Even Edward cheated me with my own sister. It hurts. Jimin, don't cry. It's not your fault. After some time, you had already stopped crying. Only sob sounds are coming. Jimin then wiped your tears and spoke. Jimin, shh, listen to me. If he had truly loved you, he had chosen you years ago, but he never loved you. He was using you, so there is no point in wasting your precious tears for him. You listened to him and hugged him tightly. He also embraced you. Jimin, why? You, Jimin, let's start over again. You looked at him. What? Jimin, let's give us a chance, but this time not with force, but with willingness. Will you? You. Yes. You both smiled and hugged each other. Jungkook, Taeyang and Sehun, who were looking at them from the outside the door while peeking inside, smiled. Taeyang, finally. Sehun, yeah, finally Hyung has someone. Jungkook, I am happy for them.